Ballyclare District Historical Memorial Association. The cruel murder of young Edward Gibson, UDR Soldier and proud Orangeman. At the age of 16, young Edward Gibson knew he had met his future wife in young Oma girl Wendy, and by the age of 18, he had married her. Tragically, by the age of 22, he was dead, murdered by IRA gunmen whilst working as a bin man in Moortown near Arboe in County Tyrone. Born in the little village of Cogue, Private Edward Gibson was one of 5 children. He left school at 16 and he followed many of his family members into the Orange Order when he was 17. At the age of 18, he married Wendy, and the following year he and Wendy had a baby girl. He was almost always known as Ned, and his wife fondly recalled that he would only be called Edward if he was in trouble. Edward lived in Cogue with his wife and his 3-year-old daughter Marlene. He had recently joined the UDR and on the day of his death had only been a full member for 2 weeks after completing his 6 weeks training course, and he was yet to receive his personal protection pistol. Ned's main employment was with Cookstown Borough Council, and he liked that he could be doing something different every day, sweeping roads, cutting grass and collecting bins. As a security measure, he had requested irregular shifts and didn't always know where he would be or what he would be doing from one day to the next. On the morning of the 26th of April 1988, Ned left for work around 8 a.m. after his usual breakfast of 7-Up and a cigarette. He arrived at work not knowing what area he would be in, and he was put on the refuse truck as an extra man on a collection route to the village of Moortown. As the truck arrived, Ned jumped off to pick up a bin. 2 gunmen called out his name and then immediately opened fire. Although Private Gibson was hit, he managed to shield himself behind a small wall, but the terrorists kept walking towards him and barbarically shot him again and again as he lay on the ground. They shot him a total of 9 times, 2 of which were in the head. Tragically, Private Ned Gibson died before the ambulance arrived. No one was ever arrested for the murder of Ned, but his wife Wendy believes that the perpetrators were shot. She said in an interview, "It's hearsay," she said, "but I wanted to believe that because it was easier. Do you understand what I mean? It's easier to cope with knowing they've been got for it than that person maybe walking into the surgery where I work, being sweet and nice to me, and they are the ones who murdered my husband." Wendy mentioned 2 names, Michael Ryan and Lawrence McNally, who were shot alongside Tony Doris. It was on the 3rd of June 1991 in Cogue, and the 3 IRA gunmen were lying in wait ready to kill another member of the UDR. The SAS forewarned, ambushed them, and a gun battle ensued, with all 3 IRA terrorists dying at the scene. Firearms found in the gunmen's car had been used to kill Cogue men Leslie Dallas, Austin Nelson and Ernest Rankin on the 7th of March the previous year, and a rifle found had been used to kill Derek Ferguson on the 9th of April 1991. All this evidence, and still no one was ever brought to justice. In May 2014, 6 members of those 3 terrorists gunned down, the very ones who had been lying in wait to kill a UDR soldier, received £7,500 compensation because of the length of time their inquest took, and was seen by a Belfast judge and other various government bodies to be a breach of their human rights. Yet no one is discussing the human rights of Ned's family. No one is answering their questions at all. Another atrocity carried out against the Protestant community that our government wish we would forget. Our thoughts are with Ned's family, and prayers of hope and strength that one day they will receive justice for the murder of their loved one. Private Edward Ned Gibson, aged 22, UDR. Lest we forget. If you're enjoying our channel, please let us know by clicking on the like, share and subscribe icons below. And thank you